Whitey Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Black Clover Season 1, Episode 23, titled The Crimson Lion King. So, before we get to the actual episode, I need to comment on this recap. Because last week, the animation was fucking terrible. It looked like something that would be in like a PS2 or DS or GameCube JRPG game. But the animation for this recap is looking a lot better. We're looking good so far, Studio Period. So I'm hoping the rest of this episode looks as good as this animation right now. I swear to fucking God. Anyway, let's see where we're starting off after this recap. So it seems like we're probably going to start where we left off last week, which is going to be page 13 of chapter 30. And you know what? I actually don't mind that we're starting here because it fits with the flow of the episode, especially since Asta just literally defeated Jimmy, and where you know, the events of what's going on in chapter 29, it would have been just completely random compared to where we ended last week. So I'm okay with where we ended last week and where we're basically starting. This fucking guitar is so goddamn badass, and Alfred looks fucking awesome. I gotta comment on this because the Black Clover manga nerdigans are gonna know what I'm talking about. Just seeing Yuno right now, especially in this opening song, is just making me so fucking hyped up for this week's chapter of the manga, because we're gonna see Lit transform. We're gonna see Lit resurrected, and I'm so fucking excited. I'm sorry, I had to mention that because I'm fucking hyped as shit for this. It's gonna be so goddamn amazing. I'm telling you, anime nerdigans, if you're an anime only, seriously, you need to catch up with the manga right now, because this week's chapter of Black Clover is gonna be fucking amazing. So after the opening song, we jump back to chapter 28, bottom of page 6, and I'm totally fine with that. And let me just make sure this part is here real quick. So we're not gonna see Yuno either, including this. They've all entered the marking area. We might, we'll see where Studio Period puts, if they end up putting this line here, because I'm very curious what they're gonna do with the Yuno content, because they might skip it where Yuno gets kidnapped by this fucked up witch. I'm very curious if they're gonna include that content at all. If they do, they might, if they have it next week, you know what? If they have it in next week's episode, I will be okay with it. I will be totally fine with it. If they have all the Fudge Leon stuff this week, I will be fine with that. And if then they have the Yuno stuff next week, I'll be definitely fine with that too. But we'll see how they do shit. So what the line was supposed to be was a diversion. So they were really after the Emperor. It kind of fucked it up. Now this stuff with the king is fucking filler. This shit is filler, because we don't see the king until, for the first time, until like later in the manga, because I'm just double checking right now. And because what's supposed to happen is after the line about, you know, the distraction about the Emperor, then they're supposed to be teleported. So now we're getting straight up filler right now. Augustus, bro, with Julius. No, if you're an anime only, or you've just flat out not caught up with the manga, you haven't seen the greatness that is Julius Novachrono. Julius motherfucking Novachrono is bad ass as shit. His magic is fucking amazing. So, Augustus, I would shut your damn mouth right now. So after the conversation with the king, that filler, we jump back to the beginning of, what chapter is this? Chapter 28, and we get to see where Charmy is looking at the food. And I have to say right now, Studio Period, this is a huge improvement animation-wise. Thank fucking God. Oh my God. I was scared that we were just gonna have shit animation this week. But no, we have very good animation this week. This is like 100 times better. So after the Charmy content, we jump back to chapter 30. And I think we're on page, are we on page 14? No. Yeah, we're about like on page, we're about on page like 13, 14, 15-ish. But I gotta say, this episode is kind of all over the place. I'm really kind of having a problem with it. I wish what we would have done before we got back to the fight with Asta and Alfred, I wish we would have had the Magic Knights disappear first. That would have been a lot better. But I kind of understand why we haven't. No, you know what? I'm going to still stand by my statement. It would have been better if we had the Magic Knights disappear first. Yeah, it was the bottom of page 13. Oh, that roast right there. Unlike a meathead like you, I actually know how to use my brain, moron. I love the word for moron in Japanese, which is baka. That was just, that roast was good. What the fuck was that? That attack from, Leon. What the fuck was that? That shit looked terrible. That shit looked weak as fuck. I have to comment on that. Hold on a second. Let me give you the page. If you look at page 16, if you look at that flame, that fire attack on page 16, it's like this huge ass flame. It looks so fucking cool. And you watch it in the anime, it looks like a weak ass fire attack. It looks like a weak ass flamethrower. It's like, what the fuck? This is, oh my God. What the fuck? It is supposed to be like a huge ass fire blast. What the fuck was this shit? What the fuck? And then like how Alfred is like burning. That is fucking shit. Because if you look at the manga on page 16, Alfred's supposed to be burning to a crisp. It doesn't look like Alfred is burning to a crisp right here at all. This animation's fucking shitty. Like, are you trying to censor Alfred burning alive? Like, what are you doing? If this is what Studio Period, if this is what you're doing right now, I'm scared for what you're gonna do to Tokyo Ghoul Re, because Tokyo Ghoul Re is gonna be a lot more brutal than this shit. And this line right here, this is a 9-minute 57-second mark. My Alfred turned into charcoal in an instant. No, it didn't. Alfred did not turn into charcoal into an instant like it did in the manga and like this dialogue is saying. That's a load of bullshit. Studio Period. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck, man? If it was Studio Shaft, like what they did this past week in March Comes In Like a Lion, oh man, Studio Shaft would have had Alfred burnt to a fucking crisp. He would have had that. They would have had Alfred turn into charcoal. They would have had the fire from the fire attack from I know I'm butchering Fegeleon's name, sorry. But they would have had the attack from Fegeleon look fucking badass. Because unlike you, Studio Period, fucking Studio Shaft invests in really good animators. And they only are getting 25, they're only doing 25 episodes this season. And they have an underrated anime. But you, Studio Period, you are like you are overhyping this anime. You're overhyping Black Clover. You're trying to make it the next best thing. You're doing 52 episodes and you're giving me this shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my god, I don't fucking get it. Oh my god, I can't believe, I'm so disappointed right now. I can't believe this shit. Oh, now I get the 10 minute mark. Now you have Alfred turn into charcoal, but it wasn't an instant. Oh no, it was like at least a fucking minute before Alfred really turned into charcoal. So that you are lying. Okay, why is there no movement in Fegeleon's hair? Why? I have to ask this because if you look at page 18, especially when he says, I'm going to read the manga dialogue, but I didn't want you to die right here. Forgive me. And this is on page 17. You see, like in the back of the hair, the hair in the very back. It's supposed to be moving. What the fuck, anime? Damn straight my husband, Yami, has better foresight than you, bruh. Yami has good intuition. And that's why we have motherfucking Sora on our squad. Sorry, I'm spoiling, like, the current arc of Black Clover, but God, that arc is so fucking good. God, I really hate that there's no movement in the hair. Oh, it's driving me nuts. No, ugh. Got the hair moving though, and this is like at the 12-minute 7-second mark. But God, the flames should be bigger surrounding Fegeleon. It's supposed to be way bigger. I wish the hair is still not right. It's flowing in the wrong direction because right now Fegeleon looks like he's about to turn Super Saiyan. The aura around him does not look correct. I should just flat out say this. It looks like a fucking Super Saiyan aura. Let's be real. It doesn't look like fucking fire like it's supposed to be. It honestly looks like Fegeleon is looking like he's about to turn Super Saiyan. And that's not what he's supposed to be doing. God damn. Oh my god. I'm really scared for Tokyo Ghoul Re right now. So now we're going into chapter 31, and chapter 31 has the same title as this week's episode. So my guess is next week we're gonna get the rest of the chapter. We're gonna get the rest of the chapters that weren't adapted, that still need to be adapted. And you know what? I'm completely fine with that. I'm down with that. Being kidnapped by the witch and the rest of the Magic Knights being captured. If that's the route you want to go, Studio Period, fine. I am definitely down with that. Because the way it was kind of weird the way this episode was flowing at first, and I kind of wish the Charmy content would have been in next week's episode, to be quite honest. Because we have that scene with Charmy and Yuno as well. So I kind of wish it would have been in next week's episode, but I'm just going to deal with it. But I just have to say right now, fuck it. Fegeleon, you look like you're turning Super Saiyan. This is just not cool, man. But damn, I gotta say, Fegeleon's music is so fucking badass. damn, Butch Leon's music is badass. I gotta tell you, the soundtrack this week is just fucking fantastic. Yay, we have an uncensored whack. Okay, there's a backstory to this. So in Gakuen Babysitters, there's a lot of whacking going on there. But because of child abuse, because Hayato is whacking kids, and also his Hayato's mother whacks him too, it's considered child abuse, so it's mostly censored. So it's when we get to see uncensored whacks in anime, it makes me happy. Radis's aura, oh my god! But if you're caught up with the manga, you know what their purpose is. We actually found this out about within the past couple of weeks, actually. Last chapter in the chapter from a couple weeks ago, we found out what their purpose is. God, I love this piano. I love this minor key for the piano for Radis's fucking god. Oh, for his flashback, it's so fucking awesome. You know, I can understand why the purple orcas, or why they kicked him out, because necromancy is serious. Necromancy is definitely what you would call a forbidden and a dangerous art of magic, or I should say branch of magic, because you're not supposed to fuck with the dead, period. And you're not supposed to, and because you're not, let's be real, you're not supposed to play God. So I completely understand why they would kick Radis out. Us Black Clover manga nerdigans know what that other goal is. We do. And we're gonna see it in full force this week. So excited! Oh! No! Okay, so I will say this. We're improving on the size of the flames. We are. But that line work is fucking terrible. The details of the lion are fucking terrible. The mane is so short, because if you look on page 10, you see like the mane looks fucking terrible. The mane is supposed to be free, and it looks so constrained and short. It's supposed to be like long flowing, and the mouth looks fucking terrible. It's not defined. You can't tell that's a mouth. And the eyes look fucking terrible. You can barely tell that there's eyes there. Oh, God. Studio Period, I'm so disappointed. Oh. Okay, I have to talk about this. At the 16-minute 29-second mark, you can really see the fucking problem with this. It does not look like a lion at all. If anything, it looks like a fucking tiger. That does not look like a lion. It looks like a goddamn tiger, if anything. Because look at that. The mane is fucking animated terribly. Oh my god, especially if you compare it to the manga. It looks goddamn terrible. What the fuck? Oh my god, it looks so bad. I'm just starting to get convinced that fucking A, maybe, I don't know if Studio Period can just, I don't know if they can draw fucking fire. Like, what the hell? Like, how come you can't draw fire? That magic barrier, though, looks really nice. The fire magic just looks terrible. I'm so disappointed. It just... I'm sorry. I gotta compare it to March Comes In Like a Lion, to what Studio Shaft did with the fire. Because if you watched March Comes In Like a Lion this past Saturday, and you saw the fire that Studio Shaft animated, that's the kind of fire that needs to be here. And obviously colored, but it was more black and white than, colored. It was more of a white flame than obviously colored, which is an orange color, which it needed to be. But that's the kind of fire that I want. And it's just frustrating the fuck out of me right now. Oh, this is so bad. I will say, Carl's barrier and Carl's attacks are animated very nicely. I really am liking it. And I like the aura surrounding Carl's arrows. Or, yeah, his arrowheads. They're really nice. Finally! Finally, we have some decent fire, which is at the 17-minute 58-second mark. That's the fire I was looking for. Like the shape of the flames wise. Let me compare it to page 16. It's very similar to the shape. It could be a lot better. You know what? I'm going to take it back. It's almost there. It looks a lot better than the flames that we've had earlier, but it could be so much better. The problem I have with this fire is that you don't see Carl inside the flame. You don't see Carl like burning like you do in the manga. You know what I mean? Like turning into charcoal in the flame like we do in the manga, and that's just bothering the fuck out of me. And the problem with this fire, and it's the same problem with all the other fires that we've seen in this episode, is there's no line work. That's the problem. I just realized it. There's no line work, and there's no and the line work would fucking help, because without line work in the fire, there's no separation at all. That's what's really fucking bad about the fire. But that fire at the when Fudge Leon first appeared, and also that lion. Fudge Leon's fire when he first appeared, that was just way too fucking small. And also Fudge Leon's lion did not even look like a fucking lion. So, like at about the 19-minute 23-second mark, we finish the adaptation of chapter 31. And I gotta tell you, something I love about Black Clover anime, and this is the main thing I love about this anime, is that there's no dialogue skipped. We have all the dialogue here, and for the most part, we have all the scenes here. It's just the main problem with Black Clover anime is the animation, and it's just so frustrating. Oh, I just wish Studio Shaft was animating this series. Oh my god, it would be so much better. So now we jump back to chapter 28, and we're on page 5. And if we're ending this episode with the Magic Knights being kidnapped, like I think we are, I'm gonna be happy with this ending. Oh my god, next week's episode is gonna be what I think it is. So we didn't get the with the Magic Knights that disappeared, or Magic Knights disappearing, but I'm totally down ending with the witch basically showing up, which was now then let me get some young mana while I can. I believe that was the line, which is like page 12. I totally called it. I called it. I'm so happy. So overall, I'm really happy with this episode. I don't like the filler with Augustus, because we don't see Augustus until way later in the manga, and when Augustus really makes his first appearance, it's just hilarious as fuck. But the main problem I'm having with the series right now is the animation, and the thing that with the animation where it's really suffering is in the details, because it doesn't have enough line work. I will say this though, the movement of the characters is a lot better this week. I will say that, because that was a huge problem last week. Just the main problem for me was the fire. The fire was just fucking terrible. Fudge Leon's attacks looked terrible. Oh my god, I was so disappointed, because if you looked in the manga, it looked fantastic. But I'm really looking forward to next week's episode. I can't wait to see the blackout attack and see the knights disappear. It's going to be awesome as hell. I'm very curious what you guys thought of this episode. Do you guys think the animation improved this week? What did you guys think of Fudge Leon's attacks? I thought they were terrible. I think, and I want to know, do you guys think the soundtrack really stepped up its game this week? And if you are a March Comes In Like a Lion fan like I am, and you saw this past week's episode, do you guys agree with me, or the past couple weeks episode, do you guys agree with me on the fire aspect, that's the kind of fire, like shape-wise, but, you know, bigger, that's what you wanted for Fudge Leon, and also with color, obviously, and like with the burning details. Oh my god, that would look so much better. And then what was the other thing I wanted to ask as well before I forget? Shit. Oh, and Rodis's flashback. What'd you guys think of it? I thought Rodis's flashback was probably the best animated. The best animation we got this week was Rodis's flashback, hands fucking down. I'm very curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to contribute to my channel expansion, there's a few ways you can do that. You can donate to my PayPal, Patreon, or my GoFundMe, or purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and friend me on PlayStation Network. All that's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later. Bye!